everyone, and welcome to Yoga with Amy. Today we're going to be going through a dynamic flow, lots of movements, getting the blood pumping and getting the muscles moving, easing our stiff muscles. So when you're ready, coming into a comfortable seated position, whatever that may be for you, sitting up nice and tall, tucking our chin in towards our chest, and just taking a moment to breathe. Bring our hands to our knees, palms up, centering into our body, into our breath. Noticing how your body's feeling today. Beginning to deepen our breath, allowing our belly to rise with the inhale, drawing belly button towards the spine on the exhale. With each inhale, lengthening the inhale. With each exhale, lengthening our breath as we exhale. Focusing on our breath here. And then when you're ready, slowly blinking our eyes open. We're going to inhale our arms up above our head. Exhaling, bringing left hand down to the mat, reaching right arm up and over. Inhaling back up to center, bringing right hand down to the mat, left arm up and over. Inhaling up to center, dropping over towards the left. Inhaling up to center, dropping over towards the right. Lifting back up to center, bringing our hands behind us, just next to our hips and behind us. We're going to open up our chest, but keep our chin tucked. And then rounding through the spine, bringing our hands to our shins, allowing our spine to round a lot, tucking chin towards chest. And then lifting back up to center, rolling over our shins, lifting up into our tabletop position, coming into our cat and cow, and tucking tailbone, dropping belly to the floor, looking up, inhaling. And then tucking tailbone as we push the floor away and exhaling. Inhaling up, exhaling as we push the floor away. Feeling the rippling through our spine, really linking our breath with the movement here. Noticing how our back body is feeling. Noticing how our abdominals are feeling through our cow stretch. Just becoming aware of where you are today. And then coming back to center, just rocking our hips from side to side here, getting a little bit of movement into our lower spine and our hips. And then coming back to center, circling through our hips. So dropping hips forward as we circle, dropping hips back, taking hips over towards the side. Inhale as you shift forward, exhaling as we shift back. And then coming back to center, changing directions, circling in the opposite direction. And then coming back through center, coming through an extended child's pose for a moment, bringing our head down towards the mat. And then lifting up into our downward facing dog, tucking our toes under, pushing our bum back and up. Pedaling up through our ankles, moving up the backs of our legs, drawing our shoulder blades apart, rolling our elbows in and down, and then finding some stillness in our downward facing dog, keeping our chin tucked in towards our chest. And then walking our feet towards our hands, coming to the top of our mat. Bending through our knees, keeping our feet hip-width distance apart, coming into a ragdoll, holding on to opposite elbows, bringing our arms alongside our ears.
swaying from side to side. And then coming back to center, releasing our hands down, heel toeing our feet together. Inhaling up into a halfway lift, flat back. Exhaling as we forward fold, stepping back into a plank. Coming through our knees, chest, chin. Inhaling up into a baby cobra or into a cobra, making sure our legs are engaged, elbows are tucked in towards our side, and we're drawing our shoulder blades down our spine. Drawing chest forward as we lower, tucking toes, scooching to knees, pushing back and up into our downward facing dog. And then from here, we're going to bend our left knee, bring our left shin down towards the mat, opening up into a side plank, sweeping our right arm up and over. Bring it down towards the mat, bring right knee down towards the mat, extending left leg back, sweeping left arm in front of us, and then across our body, bringing it back towards the mat. Bringing back knee back into our tabletop, extending our right leg out, sweeping right arm up in front of us, and across our body, coming back down to the mat, extending our left leg, sweeping left arm up and around. Bring left hand down towards the mat, extending right leg, sweeping right arm out in front of us, cactusing that arm as we open up through our chest. Bring that hand back down towards the mat, right knee down towards the mat, extending left leg out, sweeping left arm, cactusing that arm, opening up through our chest. Bringing that hand back down towards the mat. One more on each side. Extending right leg, sweeping right arm, cactusing the arm as we open up through the chest. Bringing right hand down towards the mat. Extending left leg, sweeping left arm, cactusing that arm, opening up through the chest. Bringing left hand down towards the mat. Tucking our toes, lifting up into downward facing dog. Pedaling out our ankles. Then finding stillness, taking a moment to breathe here. Deep inhale and exhale. And then from here, extending left heel down towards mat, inhaling our right leg up, coming up onto our left toes, bending our right knee, placing our right foot between our hands, bringing left knee down towards mat, inhaling up into our low lunge. Bring our hands back down to frame our front foot, tucking our back toes under, stepping back down into our downward facing dog. And then shift your weight over towards our right foot, inhaling our left foot up, coming up onto the toes of our right foot as we draw left knee in towards chest. Bring left foot between hands, dropping right knee, untucking right toes, inhaling our arms up. And then bring hands to frame our left foot, tucking toes under, stepping back into a downward facing dog. Taking a moment to breathe here. So we're going to build on the movement. So shift your weight over towards our left foot, inhaling our right foot up, coming up onto our left toes, bending our right knee, stepping our right foot between our hands, dropping left knee, untucking left toes, inhaling our arms up. Cactusing our arms out to the side, opening up through our chest, and bringing our hands back down towards the mat, keeping our left hand on the mat as we inhale our right arm up, coming into a twist. Bringing our right hand down towards the mat, tucking our toes under, stepping back into our downward facing dog. Shifting our weight over towards our right foot as we inhale our left foot up, coming up onto our right toes, drawing left knee in towards chest, stepping left foot between our hands, dropping right knee, untucking right toes, inhaling our arms up. Cactusing our arms out to the side as we open up through our chest. Bringing our hands back down towards the mat, keeping our right hand on the mat as we inhale our left arm up, coming into a twisting lunge. Bring left hand down to frame our left foot, tucking our right toes under, stepping back into our plank. And then again, inhaling our right foot up, coming up onto the toes of our left foot, bending our right knee, stepping our right foot between our hands, dropping left knee, untucking left toes, inhaling our arms up. Cactusing arms out to the side, opening up through chest, dropping hips slightly deeper into the mat. Bringing hands to frame our front foot, keeping left hand on the mat as we tuck our left toes under, coming into a lunge position. And then inhaling our right arm up, gazing up towards our right thumb. Bringing right hand down towards the mat, framing our front foot. We're going to drop our left knee down towards the mat, untucking our left toes, shifting our weight forward and back, straightening and bending our right leg, shifting our weight hips back and then forward, finding some movement through our front leg, stretching and opening it into our hamstring. Inhaling as we shift forward, exhaling as we shift back. Taking this movement at your own pace. Feel what feels good here. And then coming back to center, bring our hands down towards the mat, untucking our back toes, stepping back into our downward facing dog. Breathing deeply here. Stepping our weight over towards our right foot as we inhale our left foot up, coming up onto the toes of our right foot, bending our left knee, drawing left knee in towards chest as we step our left foot between our hands. Dropping right knee, untucking right toes, inhaling our arms up. Cactusing our arms out to the side as we open up through our chest. Sinking our hips deep into the mat. Releasing our hands to frame our front foot. Tucking our back toes under. Keeping right hand on the mat as we inhale, left arm up, coming into a twisting lunge. Bring left hand to frame our left foot, dropping our right knee, untucking our right toes, shifting our weight forward and backwards, shifting our hips forward and backwards, straightening and bending our left knee. Finding some movement here as we shift back, drawing our left toes up towards the ceiling as we shift forward, flattening that foot to the mat. Inhale as we shift forward, exhaling as we shift back. Moving at your own pace here, seeing what feels good for your body. Again, this movement may be bigger or smaller for you, just see how your body feels. And then shifting our weight forward, tucking our back toes under, stepping back into our downward facing dog, pedaling out the ankles if you need to, or holding our downward facing dog. Shifting our weight over towards our left foot as we inhale our right foot up, coming up onto the toes of our left foot, bending our right knee, taking our gaze forward, stepping our right foot between our hands, untucking left toes, bring left knee down towards the mat, inhaling our arms up. Sinking our hips down towards the mat if that feels good. Cactusing our arms out to the side, opening up through chest, maybe sinking head back slightly. Bring our hands to frame our front foot, tucking left toes under, keeping left hand on the mat as we inhale our right arm up. On the next exhale, bringing right hand down towards the mat, dropping left knee, untucking left toes, shifting our weight forward and back. Inhale as we shift forward, exhaling as we shift back. lifting up into our low lunge, straightening through our front leg, drawing toes up towards the ceiling, hinging from our hips as we lower into our half Hanuman or half splits. If you need to, keeping a bend in the front knee, maybe hands come to thigh, shin or the mat, and then tucking our chin in towards our chest as we lower. Breathing deeply here. Bending through our front knee, bringing hands to frame our front foot, tucking our back toes under, stepping back into our downward facing dog. Pedaling out our ankles. Drawing our right foot down towards the mat as we inhale our left foot up, coming onto the toes of our right foot, bending our left knee, bring our left foot in between our hands, dropping right knee and tucking right toes, inhaling up into our low lunge. Cactusing arms out to the side as we sink hips deep into the mat. Bringing our hands to frame our front foot, tucking back toes under, keeping right hand on the mat as we inhale, left arm up, coming into a twisting lunge. Bringing left hand down towards the mat, dropping right knee and tucking right toes, shifting our weight through that front leg. Inhale as we shift forward, exhaling as we shift back. Finding the movement that feels good for your body, good for your legs. And then lifting back up into our low lunge. Bringing our hands to the hips, straightening through our front leg, drawing toes up towards the ceiling, making sure that our back hip and knee are stacked. We're going to hinge from the hips as we lower. Maybe bringing hands to thigh, shin or the mat. And remember, if your hamstring's feeling quite tight today, keeping a slight bend in the knee. And then when you're ready, tucking chin in towards chest as you lower. Breathing deeply here, opening up deep into our muscles in the back of our leg. And then bending our front knee, bringing hands to frame our front foot, tucking our back toes under, stepping back into our plank. Coming through a vinyasa of choice, so you can either come through a knees, chest, chin here, into baby cobra or cobra, or coming through your chaturanga down into an up dog. And then coming up into a downward facing dog or into child's pose. Again, focusing in on our breath. Breathing deeply here. And then lowering down to our knees, sitting our bum back onto our heels, coming to an extended child's pose. Lifting up to sit on our haunches, taking our bum to one side, legs out in front of us. Shifting ourselves forward so we have place to roll down on our mat. Drawing knees, extending arms, drawing belly button to spine. We're going to roll down through our spine. Engaging our abdominals, drawing knees in towards chest, giving them a squeeze, rocking from elbow to elbow, side to side. And then coming back to center, bringing our arms out into cactus next to us or out into a T. We're going to drop both knees over towards the right hand side, gazing over our left shoulder, coming into a spinal twist. Slowing and deepening our breath here. And then drawing knees back up towards our chest, dropping our knees over towards the left hand side, gazing over our right shoulder. Slowing our body down, slowing our breath down. Drawing our knees back in towards our chest, bringing our feet as wide as the mat, coming into windshield wipers, so dropping knees from side to side. Coming into very gentle spinal twists. Moving very slowly through these, or a little bit quicker. Noticing what feels good on your hips. And then drawing knees in towards chest, giving them a squeeze. Coming through a happy baby, so we're going to take our hands between our knees, holding onto the outside of our feet, drawing our feet up towards the ceiling. You can also hold behind your knees if that feels more accessible to you. Trying to draw our lower spine all the way down to the mat, keeping our head on the mat here. And then maybe rocking from side to side in your happy baby if that feels good for your spine. And then coming back to center, releasing our feet, drawing knees in towards our chest, giving them a squeeze. Releasing our knees, extending our legs out. Coming into Shavasana, maybe bringing hands to your belly, maybe bringing hands to the mat. See what feels good for you. Taking a deep breath in. Exhaling, sighing it out. Taking another deep breath in. Exhaling, sighing it out. And one more deep breath in. Exhaling, sighing it out. Relaxing our body to the mat, relaxing our feet, relaxing our ankles. Relaxing our body as much as we can deep into the mat. Releasing control of our breath, releasing control of our body. Releasing control of our mind. Spending a few moments here in stillness. Back to our breath, back to our body, wiggling into our fingers and into our toes, inhaling our arms above our head, coming to a full body stretch, drawing our knees in towards our chest, giving them a squeeze. Rolling onto whichever side best serves you, coming into the fetal position. Using our top hand to push us up into the seated position. Bringing hands to knees or hands to prayer at heart center. Taking a deep breath in. Exhaling, sighing it out. Taking another deep breath in. Exhaling, sighing it out. One more deep breath in. Exhaling, sighing it out.
May the long-time sun shine upon you. May all love surround you. And may the pure light within you guide your way on. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today.